Hey Aquarius, welcome to your January 2025 weekly reading. It's going to be a reading from January 10th until the 16th. I hope you're doing well. We're just going to go ahead and get started and jump straight in. Before though, I want to announce, of course, you know how I always do, I am running a sale on my personal readings. All my personal readings at this time are 20% off. That link will be down below in the description if you're curious or you're interested. All right. You pulled this Sirius card. It says nurture. You also pulled this spiritual evolution. Set your heart free here. This makes a lot of sense here. Then you also pulled the sacral chakra card. It says inspiration here. Yeah, you know, this is very symbolic, and this is reminding me of the nodes that are shifting this week. January 11th, the North Node will come into Pisces, and the South Node will come into Virgo. And I'm going to show you the cards here in a second. But Pisces is all about the imagination. It's about deepening your awareness. It's about intuition, spirituality. It's about ideal, right? Being idealistic. And the North Node's all about the future and creating a better future. Or where we go in the future, where the future is pointing to, and it's pointing toward the Pisces energy. And so I'm picking up intuitively here actually, and seeing from what I'm seeing on the cards, is that I feel this week you'll get this hit of inspiration, or there'll be this slight subtle change in your awareness or perception when it comes to the type of future here that you want to create for yourself and what you're craving more of. And I think it's going to be, you'll have newer dreams, newer aspirations. Your imagination here, could be you're really wanting to, this idealistic future here that you're wanting for yourself, Aquarius. And I think it's your time to explore that. I mean, that's where the North Node will be, right? And so it's a very complex read, but it doesn't surprise me. It's an Aquarius read. There's a lot of information coming through here. And this seems to me, I get good vibes off this reading. I'm not saying that, life's all sunshine and rainbows, but I do get, for the most part, there's good energy flowing through this read. I just think you kind of got to say, fuck it, Aquarius, and just go for what you want here. I'm being serious, because even with this set your heart free spiritual evolution card, you could be holding yourself back, and this is very important. Some of you may have Virgo placements, by the way. You may have a moon in Virgo, or your sun may be in Virgo, but maybe you're an Aquarius rising or something. I'm not sure, but I do pick up some type of Virgo energy here. The South Node will be in Virgo, and I'm about to tie this all in and make it all make sense. The South Node is in Virgo, or will be in Virgo on January 11th. And Virgo can be, I know we hear that Virgo can be very critical and analytical. Yes, it can. And of course, with it being with the South Node, or the South Node being in that sign, that energy can't come through to where you become too critical or analytical, or feel like you have to have things measured out, perfect, calculated, or, it has to seem more realistic, but really the North Node of Pisces is no, what do you want, right? What are you idealizing, right? This person's literally looking at the future, and the future's bright for this person, right? Spiritual evolution, set your heart free. So it's about opening up to the wanders, right? Pisces rules the wanders, opening up to your imagination, opening up to your ideals here, and not feeling like you have to have everything perfect, or feeling like you're even not good enough, right? Maybe you're criticizing yourself with the South Node being in Virgo. But it's interesting because you did pull this Sirius nurture card, and I don't even get necessarily, Aquarius, that you're in a bad position here. In fact, there's always different timelines that Aquariuses are on, right? And I'm going to go through most of the timelines. But some of you Aquarius are actually in a good position. You may feel like, I don't have what it is that I want, and it's not perfect, it's not going the way that I want, or I'd rather have it this way or that way. But what you've done, everything that you've built up to this point, can help you springboard yourself forward into the type of future that you're imagining here for yourself. And that's what this Sirius card is really all about, right? Sirius is you see the scythe on it. It's the proverbial scythe that is not, it's not just cutting everything out of your life. It's not even about scrapping everything and starting all over. It's about, let me just take what it is that I have that is valuable, that works, right? Or that's beneficial for me, that I can use to create the ideal future here that I want. So it's using the things that you have. And that's like the South Node in Virgo. People are always like, oh, you should stay away from the South Node energy. It's like, you should also stay away from the North Node energy, because there's both can be too extreme, and can be and act as a detriment, right? If you're too much North Node energy, right, then you're totally overriding the future, and you're totally forgetting the past, and you forget about your roots. You destroy past foundations that are valuable, right, that have quality, that have substance. So the South Node energy shows us and reveals to us the roots of things when we drill down deep and we discover, oh, I actually have good things here that I can use for myself. Okay, how can I use them? Well, let's see here. Like, how can this help me with the future that I'm creating, North Node Pisces, that I'm imagining, that I want to create for myself, right? But the South Node being in Virgo too, as well, you'll also drill back into the past and be like, okay, there's a bunch of shit that I probably need to fix here as well, or let go of, or get rid of. So it's about being calculated in the way in which you're realizing, okay, having differentiation of, all right, this has got to go. I'll keep this stuff, right? I see the difference. I see where it is that I need to make up here, and where I can improve things, make things better. But let me infuse more imagination, more creativity, being more idealistic. Let me allow myself to not feel like I can't do it. So you pulled this, and I think there will be a lot of inspiration here, or this is just about you finding the inspiration again, finding the beauty again. Pisces also rules beauty, right? Because Venus is exalted there. You have the Queen of Pentacles here in the position of the good stuff here. And I think here, this Queen of Pentacles is you realizing the substance that you have, the value here that you have, the things that you've created that are prosperous, or that you can use here for yourself to help you create more. Queen of Pentacles is about co-creation. So it's like appreciating, having gratitude for what it is that you have, whether big or small. And being like, okay, there's stuff here that I have that I can really work with here to help me create here the ideal future that I want. And that's symbolic of the Eight of Cups here for the overall energy. The Eight of Cups is actually Pisces, it's Saturn in Pisces. So the North Node will come into Pisces and it will activate Saturn, right? And everything else that's in Pisces, Venus, Neptune. And all this energy is trying to help us build a better future, especially with Saturn being in Pisces, building a better future, but having to really open up to the more Pisces energy, being more imaginative, not feeling like you have to be realistic, have everything calculated. If I can, Pisces energy is the things that you can't really see. They're felt, they're subtle, but they're just as real, right? It deals with spirituality, so the spiritual realm of things, and the field. And Virgo deals more so with, the practical reality, things that are measurable, things that you can, touch and see, right? But just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not real or it can't be real. So I think this Eight of Cups for the overall energy is you really aligning your future here with a better ideal for yourself. You have the Nine of Pentacles here in the position of your hopes and fears. And I think right now you're just hoping to be prosperous, right? Nine of Pentacles is reaping your rewards and your gains from your hard work, or even taking what it is that you have and doubling down on it, going bigger, right? Nine of Pentacles goes to the Ten of Pentacles. But I think you're also hoping through your persistence that your hard work will pay off here as well. You have the Ace of Swords here in your current energy at this time. Yeah, and I think right now Ace of Swords is all about your mind. So right now I think you're coming up with newer ideas, you're getting clear here, and you're setting new intentions. You have the Ten of Swords here right below it. It's in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of. Ten of Swords says, for one, especially with the Five of Swords, Five of Cups here being in your reading, Eight of Cups, be aware of self-sabotage. Don't sabotage yourself. Don't be like, oh, fuck all this. And just totally give up, right? Or get frustrated and overwhelmed and just feel like nothing can happen or nothing positive can happen. Because that's where you're just going to self-sabotage and you're going to ruin it all. I think here with the Ten of Swords, it's about, okay, realizing based off the information and the feedback that you've gotten through your own experience with things, what can you learn from it? And that's why they always say the Ten of Swords is breaking free from insanity. It's like if you're doing the same thing and using the same knowledge and the same wisdom and the same information that you've always had, and you're trying to fix a problem with just the same awareness you've always had, it's not always going to work. So the Ace of Swords says, okay, let me think different. Let me set a newer intention, or let me get clarity here. You have the Five of Cups in the challenge, and then you have the Five of Swords as your advice. Yeah, Five of Cups can be the, yes, I know it's an energy of sadness. It could literally be that you're sad, but Five of Cups is it's like a desire that hasn't been fulfilled, right? And so it can bring emotional frustration, resentment, right? It can bring also a very deep passion for something, right? And almost like a defiance as well, where you're like, I want what I want, and I'm ready to make the change, right? But the Five of Swords as the advice is saying, okay, well, Five of Swords says it is the card of victory at all costs, winning at all costs. It's like when you put your foot down, you're like, all right, let's do it. Like, I'm tired of crying about it. I'm tired of being complacent about it. I'm actually going to do something about it. Five of Swords. So this is you setting your heart free, the advice, right? To disconnect, especially because the Five of Swords is Venus. It's Venus in Aquarius, but Venus is connected to the heart chakra, right? So it does deal with, Venus deals with receptivity, it deals with love, creation, cooperation, relationships, right? But Aquarius can be eclectic and can be well dispersed, and so this can bring, this can be where you're having to get more clear, like what your values are and what you're wanting to create for yourself. And if you already know what those things are, well, then the Five of Swords would be like, okay, let me disconnect from all these things that I'm connected to that's not in alignment with my values. You have the Knight of Wands here in the future. Yeah, and this is you embodying the temperament of being more self-determined and bold and courageous, and also facing your fears here as well, I get with this Knight of Wands, but definitely taking the lead. You have the Page of Swords here in the outcome. And it's almost as if you're now working with something new here, Aquarius. Right, because Aquarius, like, your ruling planet Saturn, and Saturn is a natural skeptic, but you're an air sign, so you throw air in with Saturn, that can make you a curious skeptic to explore and examine new things. And I think that's what you're feeling at this time. You're like, I'm ready to innovate. So I see this Page of Swords, it's this you kind of operating from a different mindset, and we'll see what that is here in a moment. So let's clarify your read here. Clarify the, actually before I do that, let's pull your oracle cards. Pulled the Solar Calm card. It says clarify, and that's that Ace of Swords here in your current energy. Clarifying, blocking out distractions. I think you've also been navigating distractions, and so you're tired of being distracted or detracted. I think you're clearly just wanting like pure focus at this time, so that way you can figure things out. But also this clarify card is what's serious, and it says nurture. So this is, getting clear on what's worth nurturing, what's worth investing your energy and time into, and what are the other things that aren't, right? And using that proverbial scythe to cut it out. You pulled this clear and activate. It says create sacred space here. So yeah, this is about, clearing your energy. And I always say this card here too is, just being aware of what you let into your energy field. Because sometimes we can take on so much. Damn, I can't remember the video I was watching, but I was watching this video. It's from a YouTuber. He's pretty well known. But he's talking about journaling. And one thing that he said that resonated with me is that sometimes we can take in so much information, other people's thoughts, opinions, beliefs, and we're just constantly consuming to the point to where we're not able to differentiate what's ours. So the journaling part was basically getting clear on what are my own thoughts that are going on, which ones are mine, which ones aren't mine, like where's my own voice at? I can't hear my voice. I need to connect to my voice. You pull the root chakra card. It says abundance. Yeah, and I think right now you're trying to figure out how you can secure your future more or build upon a foundation. All right, let's clarify here, Aquarius. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles here in the position of the good stuff. Yeah, the Ten of Wands here. Yeah, well, Ten of Wands would be, I always see the Ten of Wands, it's almost like a Dharma type of card, to where the work you do, the work that you're doing, what your purpose is, and the work here that you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. And I think here that there is a payoff with this Queen of Pentacles. But I'm also seeing you strengthen your commitment to what your purpose is. And I think it comes from the clarity and clarifying things and getting more decisive, or just becoming more aware. Also something you've been working on, building, investing your time and energy into, something that you believe fully in. You'll start to see here, you'll start to see here the actual manifestations, and I think you'll be pleased with how something comes together. Clarify the. It's very interesting too, because it's so funny how the nodes. I know my videos have been much longer lately, just because I channel and talk now, and I just read. But with that North Node coming into Pisces, it's almost as if, okay, South Node's in Virgo. Virgo, those are, like, of course you probably know, but those are things that are measurable, like that are tangible, that are, practical. And it's not that you totally disown that energy. It's more so, how can I, and also Virgo can deal with the everyday sort of mundane routine and order of things. And so the Pisces energy is like, how can I be more intuitive, right? Or more flowy, or even surrender a little bit more and not feel like I have to have everything perfect. Or, instead of being practical, how can it be more idealistic? It's a balance with the nodes. It's not like you're totally, it's not like you're just disowning one, right? Clarify the Eight of Cups for the overall energy of the Six of Wands here. And I think right now you're just trying to clarify your path ahead. You may be going through a bit of a transition at this time. But I don't really get that. It's more so Six of Wands. It's, like I said, some of you already have success, right? And you're moving in a successful direction. Some of you guys don't give yourself a credit, or some of you could be too hard on yourselves. Like, you're a lot better than you think you are. You've done a lot better than you think you have. But the Six of Wands would be, okay, what am I striving toward? Like, Six of Wands is victory, it's glory, it's the fruition of a long journey that's fruitful, that one goes on one's own individual journey. So this Eight of Cups is a big, it's like expanding your ideal of what your future is, or what you're striving toward, or how you could become more successful. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles. You got the Devil card here, and this is in the position of the good stuff, or it's in your hopes and your fears. I do think you're hoping to get a hold and control on things, and that's what South Node Virgo is, right? And also the Devil card's Capricorn, and the Sun's in Capricorn right now, and the nodes will switch. So we have this Capricorn Virgo energy going on, to where this can be very obsessive over the little details and controlling of things, because we want to get it right. We want to have things perfect and in order. And I think that's what you're wanting. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially if things are messy or all over the place. So that's why, you could be, your hopes is you're hoping to, like, get things in order here, or become more disciplined, or even take what it is that you have and figuring out, like, how you could exceed more, use what it is here that you have to expand more. I think there's also an emphasis on your materials and your resources and your money at this time, possibly things with business as well, to where it's like, yeah, like you're hoping for fucking more success. Clarify the Ace of Swords in your current energy at the Page of Cups. And there it is. The Page of Cups is the muse. It's inspiration, right? It's a subtle new conscious awareness of, wow, I'm starting to see something, or I'm dreaming about this, or I'm envisioning this. I want to see what happens. I want to pursue it. Page of Cups. So it's like you're having these newer realizations here about newer things you can create, newer dreams here, or just newer ideals here of what is meaningful for you and what you would like to strive toward. Clarify the Five of Cups. You have the Nine of Cups, yeah. And your challenge right now is because you haven't received what you've been wishing for and praying for. Not fully, because the Eight of Cups is the overall energy. Right, so the Nine of Cups is the challenge. You haven't gotten there yet. So that's why I sense here that there's a desire and a need not being fulfilled or met that you've been upset about. Clarify the Knight of Wands and the future. You have the Three of Swords. Yeah, and I think here this is you breaking free from people's opinions or judgments on you. Because if you think about it, Three of Swords is a Libra energy. It's Saturn in Libra. Libra deals with relationships and other people. And it can also deal with balance, right? So Knight of Wands would be your sense of self, your own autonomy, freedom to do what it is that you want to do, to act on, to be your own individual. But sometimes we're weary about how it's going to affect others, or how it's going to tilt the scales or unbalance things. But if we live too much to one extreme, right, if we're thinking too much about others and we're trying to please everyone, then at the end of the day, you have no sense of self. So I think this is you oscillating the other way and being like, okay, this is what I want to do. And yeah, I mean, I may have to disconnect from certain things here, or maybe even just get over my own imaginative fear of what people will think and feel about me. Clarify the Ten of Swords here. You have the Sun card. This is in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. Yeah, the Sun card says, the Sun card's, yes, it's happiness, but it's freedom, it's liberation. It's like liberating yourself from this same old. And the Sun card is about pure, authentic self-expression, embodying your own light, being your own individual, and allowing yourself to just be, like to be you, do what you want to do. Clarify the Five of Swords. You pull the Hierophant here. Yep. And I think here with this Hierophant, this could be certain commitments here that you're having to break free from. But it's not even in a way in which I feel it's like some type of super detrimental thing. That's not what I get. Maybe for some of you, but it's more so of like, okay, because the Hierophant's Taurus, so it's connected with the Five of Swords in a way because, well, it's Venus in Aquarius, Five of Swords, and the ruling planet of Taurus is Venus. So your advice here is, okay, there's a clash going on, which is why there's two fives here. So there's some type of challenge or stress, which the five numerically is related to the square. And so Taurus squares Aquarius, right? The Hierophant is Taurus, Five of Swords is Venus in Aquarius. To where, what are my values? Taurus, what are my values, and where is there a clash with others, right? Have I taken on other people's values? Do I need to get more clear about what mine are and stop being so group-minded or group-oriented here and feeling like I have to please and do what everybody else wants me to do or be how everybody else is, right? It's coming back in alignment with the Hierophant, your own principles, values, beliefs, virtues, and living truly and authentically in alignment with that. Clarify the Page of Swords as in the outcome. Seven of Pentacles. I just think, it's kind of hard to say, but let's see. The Strength card. I just think the changes here that you're making, things that you're clarifying, things that you're setting forth in the motion and doing this week is giving you valuable feedback. Page of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and is making you become more courageous here to continue on with what you're doing, right? Because you're seeing like, oh, okay, I like how this is going, Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, Aquarius, that's what I got for you in your reading. I'm gonna leave it here. I appreciate you for watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me, the link will be down below in the description. Again, my reads are on sale. They're all 20% off. If you're newer to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe. Also hit the notification bell as well. And if you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Otherwise than that, Aquarius, I will see you later.